Minister Manzer, when he was asked by the print industry just before Future Print went wallop why they were sending off exam papers to be printed in Britain or VAT forms to be printed in Spain, he said, oh, the EU.
Yeah, but fine, I accept that. But the point is that this is Ireland. We are in a crisis. We're in a warlike situation. Let's face facts. We really are. So we need
leadership. Are you getting
leadership.
the leadership you want?
I don't think the leadership is there, but I actually think it's pointless blaming personalities. We've evolved into a situation where we're in a straitjacket, and we really need to get out of this. We need to reinvent the state in many respects, and that's a major problem for us. But above all, the biggest single reason is we certainly can replace products into this country, substantial amount of products, and that would actually help to reduce it. And that's patriotism, practical patriotism from all of us.
All right, but you're not getting any leadership from the government on that front.
Well, in fairness to the government, they've allocated a lot more money to tourism, but the fact that they've put themselves in a straitjacket with the way they've set it up makes it that it's not as effective as it might be for the tourism industry.
All right, where's yoga, outdoor yoga? Who's that? The man who looks as if he's just come from an outdoor yoga session. Did you get help?
No.
Did you want help?
No, definitely not, no. Well, I didn't need it because, sure, I teach in the parks in Dublin, so I just rent the parks from the council or the Office of Public Works, and
off you go.
Exactly. Well, there was a lot of things that I did that didn't cost me anything, like using Facebook, which I spent a lot of time trying to promote, and that's free.
So is your thesis that imagination, use whatever gifts you have creatively, and you don't necessarily need to get the government agencies involved?
You know, if the government agencies aren't available, what else are you going to do? You know what I mean? You have to use your imagination.
Yeah.
Pat,
you run a company called
Paddy Wagon,
and did you get help?
Oh, absolutely not. The only help I ever enjoyed from Tourism Ireland from Enterprise Ireland was some fine wine and cheese parties abroad. But certainly I would advise any young guy starting off not to go near these agencies.
Why not?
Because I met a guy last week who got 400,000, and he said by the time he had all the forms going over, forms coming back, questionnaires going to one guy, going to the other, he was a very sorry man that he had ever done it. And I would say to every entrepreneur starting out, every journey starts with a small step. And the only report you need to be worried about is the ching-ching on your till at the end of the night, to pay your wages, to pay your overheads, and to pay the blackguards in the bank who blackguarded us.
And we'll talk about the banks maybe in a little while. Tom Hayes.